Hi, my name is Theodore Cottingham, and this is the School of Creation, the School of Leadership, the School of Leadership Creation, creation of leadership, School of the Common People, doing special things, extraordinary lives living, coming into them now because they create them. I hope it's you. Will it be you? Will you create your leadership now? Will you create a new you? Will you create a new thinking, a new awareness, a new mentality, a new consciousness? I'm asking you to develop the consciousness of the Creator who creates, who thinks. Not like a predator of thoughts, or not like a preacher who just wants you to think theirs. I'm asking you to think originally you and connect. Connect with creation, the power of creation, the creatability to connect and create. My name is Theodore Cottingham with the School of Creation, the School of Leadership. You see, I'm interested really in you being the real you, not who you are that someone else thinks you should be. I think you're pretty cool. And I think you have powers that you've never been told about. And you have leadership ability you've never cultivated because no one ever encouraged you to. And I am. I am the I am that creates leaders. I'm doing a new thing. We've been powerless so long. We have been forlorn in our own field. We have cultivated concepts. We have cultivated concepts which have ruled us. We have bought into protocols that we accepted and propelled, energized, radiated, passed on, enforced. But there's another way. Another you? Is there is there another you inside of you? Is there another you that is not limited to what you see in the mirror? Is there an energy of you that creates a consciousness of you? A consciousness that creates an awareness that's not limited to all the things you've always done. Will you please see your life and your future not on a graph projected by what you have experienced in the past? I'm asking you to develop you, to cultivate you, your own creation. And I'm asking you to do it by love, with love, love at the center, love at the helm, love power, love that cares for people, love that loves you, love that doesn't worry anymore because it doesn't know how. Oh, I guess it knows how, but it chooses not to. It has the power of choice, and it has the power of follow-through. It has the ability, the leadership or the consciousness or the awareness, the creation. You see, what's combining here? Whose influence will we no more wear the sheepskin of? When you decide to become the real you, things happen. But it's a choice. It's more than a choice. It's more than a trivial decision. It's non-trivial. Good word, non-trivial. It's non-Christian. Christians want to make spectators, servants, teach servant leadership, teach you to sit in a pew. I know I was one for decades, most of my life, and I'm 73 now. About 20 years ago, I enrolled and got my doctorate in strategic leadership from an accredited university, Regent University in Virginia Beach. I listened, I learned. But I was getting a different education at the same time than what they were teaching. And what I learned from them, gosh, was such a limited set of stories, set of role models. Role model of Christian leadership to change the world, and world into what? Conformity? I'm asking you to originate the original you by what you see, with love coming forth from your lips. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you see something intangible? Are you willing to be limited to the tangible, visible, empirical, molecular, 3D world no longer? Are you willing? Are you just willing to even entertain the idea? Conceive in your imagination, your spirit, your energy body, whatever that is within you, animating you, what makes your heart tick. Why do you have energy? What is your energy? You don't literally plug you into an electric socket every night to charge you. Or do you? I don't think you do. But you have an energy resident, a consciousness, an awareness. Some people would call it a soul, but I don't. That's faulty nomenclature, faulty description, false assumption. That's based on so many assumptions. And the word soul, like so many other, especially religious words, are so full of ambiguity. People using them in such a tremendous range of context. Let's be a little more specific about what we want, who we are, what we have, what we can do. How you learn to not worry anymore. How you learn to love that girl in your mirror, that guy, you. So that you begin loving you first. So that you begin cultivating love within you as your source. An unconditional love. One that you're not always bashing. One that you care for. One that you understand more and more so about your own consciousness and your own ability to create, your ability to lead, your ability to walk in confidence and go places where no man has gone. Do things that no one else has done. Have ideas, have original ideas. Have ideas that compel, propel, catapult. We think in pictures. We think in words. Do we think we need pictures and words to think with? What is thinking? What is creation? What is creating? What is creating your power to think in words or pictures, or to complete sentences, or to compose them? I am a school of creation. I am not a school of followership. I'm not interested in teaching you to follow anything, any religion, any Bible, any book, any sacred writing. I'm asking you to consider the power of you in what? Not your hubris, not your arrogance, but understanding Jekyll and Hyde, understanding God and Satan, understanding the Creator. The Creator is you who will create it. You were never made separate from the Creator. We have all these stories that tell us all sorts of things about ourselves, but are they correct? Are they canonical? Just because someone came along that said they had the authority to authorize what was true and not true? Why do you believe them? Why do you believe any of them? I'm asking you, to come into a new understanding of love, power, not rooted in a book of the past. And I'm asking you to see a different story. Even a different story of what happens when you may do things that you think are very simple because they may have profound consequences, ramifications. Things that you say, that you do. You see, I suggest to you that all around you, all around you is a world that we can't see with the words that our two eyes interpret to us, with the feelings of mankind. We have been so subjugated, debased, denigrated, and so many things demanded of us to be culturally correct, politically correct, religiously correct, to conform, to be accepted by some community. We've never developed our leadership. What is you? What is you? What are you? Who are you? What are you? Where do you come from? The real you, the you that doesn't end at death. You see, when you begin to experience the learning system of creation, you begin to have an awareness, an expanded awareness. And if you're willing, you begin to learn exponentially at a rate that is no longer limited to line by line, precept by precept. You're no longer looking for the next textbook to read the explanations, gain the understanding, work the math, do the problems, memorize the symbols and definitions. I'm talking about common people. I'm talking to common people. I'm not looking for the rich and famous, affluent, intelligent. I'm looking for all who care about each other enough to create the real you and help bring them into the awareness, the understanding, the knowledge, the wisdom to create creation again without the powerlessness that we so often feel and project on each other. You see, there's a whole world out there, right? We could say there's a whole world out there outside of us. But I assure you, there's a whole lot more than what we see outside of us inside of you. Will you see what I've said and how I have said it? I'm not talking just about me creating a school to have a bunch of students, to be consumers, influencers, wealthy. I'm not against that. That's not my aim, not my purpose, not my mission, not my goal. I guess at this moment, the way I say this, and I say it differently all the time. Every day I say it differently. My desire is for you to see the real you. The real you that's not limited to the flesh you're wearing. You see, I suggest to you there's just so much more to the story. And when you begin to do even simple little things where you begin to take baby steps to leave your chains to this world and all of its authorized stories of creation and who you are. What opportunity you have, what ability, what power you have, who God is, who the Creator is, what love is. You have the ability to begin to connect. And I'm asking you to begin to take baby steps within you to begin to cultivate more than just an awareness of the cosmos, more than just an awareness of different subjects which you may study and master or not. I'm asking you to do more than become aware of what you might become after you die. If you think you'll die, think you'll be somewhere else, I'm asking you to live the life of a creator who loves each other. And I suggest to you to begin to love each other with love that I'm talking about, an unconditional love that respects every person, no matter how ignorant they are. I'm asking you to increase in tact, wisdom, skill. I'm creating lovers who will come to be leaders, who will lead in the creation of a new heaven, a new earth. Let's just start where we are at the moment, day by day. What you write, what you type, what you see with your eyes, what you become conscious with and become conscious of. And I'm asking you to take steps, even if they're itty-bitty, tiny baby steps, to step out of your frame of reference that has kept you in conformity to the lifestyle of your life. Millions of us have been tethered. We've been literally, in effect, chained to a book. No matter what we've called it, whether we call it a Bible or not. Millions of us. Because we have been taught that it's truth. But is it truth? Do you know? Do you really know how to even evaluate truth? Oh, because you feel something you haven't experienced. Yes, I understand. I thought that too. But there's more to the story. There's more to the ego than just the momentary fleeting emotions of what your chakras generate or whatever soulish theory you may have or want to deny. I'm saying there's more to you. You, my friend, Betty, Stephanie, Igor, Yvette, Karen, all my friends. Oh, by the way, thanks for writing me, those of you who I have. I appreciate your comments and your emails. sharing with me some of your life and what you're dealing with and your appreciation for my teaching. Thank you. Here's to you. And more. I'm shy. I didn't recall at that spur of the moment everyone that's written me or encouraged me. And some of you have multiple times, and I thank you, whether I called your name or not. I call your name love. I'm asking you to come to an understanding. An understanding of more. And that you are not limited to your roots, not the roots, not your DNA, not the roots of the lineage of what you consider your blood, because you're not limited to flesh and blood. You're not limited to this 3D world. You're not limited to the education that religion gives you, superimposes upon you, requires of you, enforces, shuns you, denigrates you, excommunicates you, damns you to hell if you don't abide by their wishes. My friend, those fear-mongering stories no longer motivate us. No fear-mongering story will motivate us anymore. You see, I suggest that there's a way for you to connect with you. The real you, the energetic you, the cosmic you, the consciousness of creation. But if you're going to connect, you must do some things you've never done before. Every journey begins with what? The first step, one step, an idea. The opening of a new life begins with one idea, an idea that you consider and you cultivate or discard. And if you cultivate it, it grows. I suggest you can connect very easily with perfect love. Love-based love. Not control-based love. Not the kind of love that gives you a religion or the Ten Commandments or that creates hell if you don't conform to the authority's wishes. What authority? What authority? What authority do they have? Oh, right. I know. So many of them think they have so much authority because they are ordained. I understand. But there's more to the story. There's more to leadership than everything that has been taught on the face of this earth. I'm asking you to lead you. I'm inviting you to come into a school that cares more for your creation than the opinions of man and the authors of some textbook who espouses 10 rules of leadership, 5 great habits of great people. You see, we have attributed authority to people who are ignorant of what we think we are getting from them. We attribute authority very commonly, certainly in America, very commonly. We attribute credibility to those who simply have money. Whether they earned it or not, maybe they inherited the whole thing, or accidentally discovered a gold mine, or bought a penny stock that became cryptocurrency of some value. What kind of value? What kind of value do you care about? So many people want to care for your soul, they say. Redeem your soul, save your soul, 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 soulish. Everything revolves around the soul. And I assert, I posit, that's the wrong term, the wrong word, the wrong nomenclature. Let's take the nomenclature and no longer be tethered to the religious story, the religious jargon. If truth is truth, it doesn't need religion to justify it or redeem it. It doesn't need a certain word. Yahweh, Elohim, Adonai. It doesn't need a certain word, no matter what you call it. And no matter what you call it, defeats what your motive is to connect with. You're not limited to the words you speak, though the words you speak have creation power. Not because of the word you speak or the energy that they ride on, or do they, or are you more than you think? Are the words more than you think? Or are the words connected to an energy? Or what motive do our words come from? How are they projected? How do we interpret them? What do we attribute authority? And who do we attribute credibility? And you see, I'm asking you to care for you and cultivate your own credibility and begin to see you as the judge of truth. And I'm asking you to care. For your own power. And I ask you not to cuddle it and wrap it in the blanket of conformity of some religion. I'm a school of creation. I'm a school of me. I'm a school of the inner voice. I'm a school of the cosmic. Burden no more. Because my worldview, my cosmic view, my identity, my existence is not wrapped up in a leather-bound book that's called a Holy Bible. There's more to this story. Let's take our training wheels off and let's begin to learn to lead by taking tangible steps. So what are the steps you can begin today, this very day, the day you're listening to this? What are some tangible steps you can begin to break out of the mold of your lethargy? Maybe you're not lethargic. Maybe you're highly active and in motion. But are you in motion for someone else doing what they want you to do? Or are you originating a new idea? I'm asking you to originate a new idea to begin to release you into the cosmic affection for you. Gosh, I love the way that came out. The cosmic affection for you. No longer immersed in a theory. No longer baptized by religion to stay in isolation. Connect with the cosmos, connect with the cosmic mind. The cosmic mind of love. The mind of all creation, based on love, in love. Love existent at all times, with a different value system than has been preached and promulgated and professionalized so long on earth, creating a system of haves and have-nots, a system of ordained and not ordained, a system of clergy and laity, Nicolaitanism. I'm asking you to deny your birthright no more and connect with the cosmic brain. Creation? Are you willing to connect with all of creation? People you don't know, people you've been afraid of, people that really are strange, speak funny dialects, wear turbans or eat funny foods, dress rather oddly. Why are we so afraid? Why are we so afraid? All of us. Because man has taught all humanity to exist in fear and cultivated the fear. The carrot and stick, the Jekyll and Hyde. Oh, there's a hell. You don't know the truth. You're not in reality. Who do you think you are? Get a real job. Grow up. Do this, do that. Sit down, shut up. Sit in this cubicle. Stand on this assembly line. Drive that truck till you die. What can you do this day? This is all spontaneous, this whole lesson, this whole time that I'm recording, teaching, letting me out, giving you me, the real me, the energy of me. You're hearing words, maybe seeing me, videoly. Am I channeling? Or have I become something? Or has my mentality merged with something called love? Or have I given up my separation of love to become it so that my mind is no longer at war with itself? I'm no longer creating the system of duality, the system of conflict, experiencing heaven and hell. I know there's no heaven or hell for me like I was taught. I know more of the story. because I have channeled it. I have let love come through my lips. I have written words for 21 years. So I learn, and day by day, little steps. And many times misunderstanding what I have channeled till later. And there's many yet to come. There's words that speak about the past, the future, the present. Countries, planets, galaxies. You see, there is a cosmic operating system. You see, new terms are coming to me, new phrases are coming through me because I let them, because I made a decision. And even about 1 a.m. this morning, I was willing to go back to my roots. I was willing to go back to the original name of this school as I began to channel the words, the University of the New Covenant. I was willing, I am willing to teach the foundation, not of the Bible, but of Jesus the pattern. That which I've learned, that which I've taught, that which I've written a book about, that which I mention so often. And you can still get this on my website, TheodoreCottingham.com. But boy, after yesterday, when I changed the name on my website to, instead of the School of Theodore Cottingham, the School of Leadership, the School of Creation, I changed it back to the name that I had all those years ago, University of the New Covenant, but I didn't have peace. I've said many times, be led by peace. But it's a learning process. Peace. But about 1 a.m. this morning, I was laying in bed. I had been asleep. I was asleep, I think, and I thought, and then I had this thought. I mean, here I am laid out my head against a pillow, and I cannot live in the roots of the past. I cannot live in the roots. See, consider the phrase, consider the wording, consider the source, consider the moment. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was sleeping. Suddenly, a little bit of awakeness, and I cannot live in the roots of the past. So what did I do? I got up. I pondered in my heart, the heart of my consciousness, the heart of my mind, the control center, the judgment seat, the seat of authority of my mind. I pondered. And I can say that I knew. How do we know? I felt like, I considered, I made a decision. I cannot go back. You see, I've taught all this year very, very directly, love is a flow. You cannot canonize love. You cannot canonize truth, because truth that is based in Unconditional love is a flow. It's a flow. It's always in motion. And I'm asking you to begin to do things that you've never done. What did I do at that moment? Yes, I got up and I changed my website name. Again. And I may change it again many times. You see, wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Love-based wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Unconditional love-based wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is a flow. It's a flow. It's a flow of energy. It's a flow of thoughts. It's a flow that you come in contact with when you're willing. Are you ready? Are you willing? Are you willing and are you ready? You see, are you willing to cultivate a mind, the mind that you think is yours, to connected, be connected, stay connected, receive truth from? Oh, it's a scary thing. Not at all. I'm talking about love-based, unconditional love-based communication, where these communications come tenderly. And you can abort them. You can dismiss them. You can go back to sleep. Or you can get up and write. And if you have a new thought, like with new words, assembling words to mean different things, so that you begin to have vision into something that you couldn't see before, like what this world consists of, what consciousness is. How do planets form? When you're ready, when you're willing, when you encounter a thought like that, write it. Begin to write. Begin to write. Pick up your pen. Do something today you've never done. Forgive somebody tangibly and go tell them. Write them an email or not. Sometimes it's wisdom. Sometimes it's not. But you decide. But take a tangible step to cultivate your leadership this day. Whether it's write me a letter. You can write me snail mail at Box 34 in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Write me an email, Theodore Eureka @gmail.com. Or you can just simply go to my website and begin poking around, uncovering, searching on my website. Go to a library. Go to the lake. Look in the mirror and say your name. I love you. I suggest to you that love-based love, unconditional love-based love begins with you for you, where you begin to see you as the unlimited you, no longer the finite stuck in this body, no longer limited to the molecular food you eat or the bed you lie in. I've shared with you many different, or a number of different pictures over time. But the tree of life, the source of light, is in you. And it's not in your blood pumping muscle. It's in the energy of your consciousness, or the consciousness of your creation, the creation of your power. I suggest to you, there's a humility inherent in unconditional love. I like this picture because I like what it conveys to me, an expression of surrender to be who you really are, not appropriating who you are to someone else. The mind of the cosmos is in you if you will connect with it. If you will learn to channel the words of love, cosmic love, conscious love, and no longer bar it from your creation. No longer settle for the squalor of other people's words that want to create you in their image. So I am creating me. I am creating me as I go along. I am creating me as I speak, as I continue in the school that I am creating, that I am learning in, that I invite you to be in, creating yours. My name is Theodore Cottingham, TheodoreCottingham.com. The school of religion, no more my basis. I'm asking you to lay aside your origin story. The story of your origin, the story of the origin of the earth, the origin of our species, and be light. Coming into light, connect with light. The consciousness of light, light, love, and peace. To come into this, you come as a little child, and you begin to learn. You begin to learn humility, to begin to lead in love. Love leads in humility. Love and leadership are inextricable. Please don't waste your life sitting on a pew, hoping a Savior will come rescue you. There'll be some mass rapture, and it'll all be over. You'll be delivered from death. No, you'll suffer death, but you'll be delivered from flesh. You won't carry the flesh bag around anymore. Why do we carry it now? How did we get incarcerated in flesh, limited to earth? Well, I've taught on these things multiple times, multiple years, more than 1,000 videos on my channel on YouTube. And there's so much more to the story. I'm asking you to consider leadership this day. for you and begin to take steps to walk in the shoes of leadership that fit you, your size and color, uses your vocabulary, that you no longer conform your diction and grammar to those who want to unify you to only be in conformity with their faith, their image, their religion, their politics. I'm asking you to come out of conformityville and come into creation land and begin to do things you've never done, step by step. Buy a tablet, buy a 3-ring binder, buy one, get one. Begin to organize your notes, your thoughts, especially those original thoughts. Date the pages, number the pages. Write those original thoughts that you may have at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., or any moment. So many times, those original thoughts, the energy of pure love, come when you least expect them. Be ready. Be ready for more, my friend. Be ready for the original thought, not of Christ, not of Christendom, but of your name here on your forehead, walking in the originality of you. And this is what I lead to. I lead in. I lead from. I lead to. I lead to a leadership school, a class of leadership, leaders who will love each other, learn to quit staring at somebody, even momentarily, to assess them, to pigeonhole them in the potholes of your past that you use to organize your mind. Quit comparing. Let them be them. Let you be you. Become the real you, no longer limited to the energy that has conformed you to it so far. This is the school of leadership, school of creation, school of cosmic consciousness. For you, my friend, are the creator of it all. I love you. See you later. TheodoreCottingham.com. Theodore Eureka at Gmail. I love you all. Box 34 in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, USA. I love you. Share these words. Live them. Love them. Pick up your pen. Outline them. Create a little course. Create a blog. Take some kind of steps this day. Take some steps, tangible steps to be in motion. No matter how little or great you think they are, begin to consider greatness, not. Begin to consider unconditional love that says, here I am, to the love in your mirror that you never isolate from again, trying to conform to a separate image. You're the creator of you. See you later. Good day. Thank you for your words of love for all of us. Good day.